Hey, what's good, everybody? This is East Swayze, and we made it to week 10 of the artist way. Okay, hey, yeah. So, made it to week 10, and this week has been, wow, it's been like an eye-opening week and kind of emotional for me too. Um, I'll get into why, like what in particular had me emotional. Right now, I'm like a little sick from this weekend. I cleaned my house. I cleaned my house today, and we'll clean my apartment. And it seems very like after I cleaned, I got sick. I think it's like that thing where it's like, or I guess whenever you clean, it's like you get the dust and all that just kind of comes up and it starts messing with you. But yeah, so week 10, let's get into it. So what I wrote for week 10, notes wise, was saying no can be the ultimate self care. First of all, so true. I used to be such a yes man, and interesting enough, like this week, I kind of fell a bit back into that pattern a little bit. I feel like, but I kind of noticed it, took account of it, but also I didn't want to necessarily be hard on myself about it either. Um, I just noticed like that habit kind of circled back of being kind of a people pleaser, and I just kind of took note of it and I didn't judge myself off of that because I think that I don't deserve to judge myself because I notice a pattern and I'm correcting it before I get too ahead of myself. So I think that's considered to be growth right there for sure. Um, what else I wrote was creativity is God. Wait, sorry. Once again, like if you've been if you've been watching my videos, I don't have the best hand. At least I think my handwriting is actually decent, but I think the way that I write these notes for some reason they are not good. So please bear with me as I'm trying to like explain all this. So I wrote creativity is God's energy flowed through us, shaped by us, following through a crystal prism. When we are clear of who we are and what we're doing, energy flows freely. On that note, like I think that's very powerful, like that, especially that when we're clear of who we are and what we're doing, energy flows freely. And I feel like sometimes we get like a little we get stuck and we don't remember like who we are, and essentially like we're all God's children. So um you know we all have that ability to tap into that creative energy, that creativity. So once we realize that and tap into that, it just flows freely. Not and sometimes like not even realizing that, I feel like sometimes it just comes naturally when you're not so caught up in things that could block your creativity, which kind of goes into the next thing where it says food, work, sex, abuse these creates creativity issues. So it's like when yeah, it's kind of like because when you abuse something, you create um like a dependency towards them. Like when you eat too much, it gives you like that dopamine, just like as like work. I don't think work gives people much dopamine. To those that do, great, but in a sense of like working, like you want to be better, do better. And sex, we all know it's good. We already know with sex. Sex is probably the best feeling in the world, and obviously that's how we all got here anyway, through sex. So yeah, sex is top tier, but abusing that as well creates an addiction of that good feeling. So that's what creates creativity issues nonetheless. And I have heard of practices such as like doing semen retention, or practices such as just like being abstinent, from what I understand, like boxers, I mean, it's kind of like what I heard. I don't really know, but like boxers, um, I think maybe even UFC fighters, they will practice having being abstinent. They'll practice of not um uh what word do I want to use for busting their good ones, or their uh because all in all, like when you retain all that energy, it has to flow somewhere. And then I think that's also, well, I don't want to say I think, I know that's also where, like, where you kind of goes back to when we are clear of who we are and what we're doing, energy flows. So I think, at least for men in particular, like if we're more clear about where what we're doing, it'll, creativity wise, it'll flow. Like even when we have like that uh I guess I'm referring more so about semen retention. Um and I have practiced it before. So I think that's, I don't know what made me bring that up, but yeah. And also what I wrote was, creativity is a burst of the universe breath through through a straw. Did I put a straw? Yeah, the creativity is a burst of the universe breath through a straw. The pinch of that straw. Whoa, 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 give me a second. The pinch, pretty much, okay, what I'm trying to say is that creativity is the universe breath through a straw. So when you have a straw, it's like, you you're blowing through it. So, but when your creativity is blocked, it's as if we pinch that straw and it's like nothing's coming through. So that's like that metaphor of what happens when creativity is blocked. The block we defend as as our right, angry to give up and examine that, do I mismatch? The block we defend as our right, angry to give up, examine that, do I mismatch? Fear grabs our blocks of food, work, sex. Unblocked equals happy, equals unfamiliar and scary. Take, something with take, temporary U-turns. Sex, alcohol, food, drugs, work. Anxiety is fuel. Try to use anxiety to move ahead. How we use our lives determines the kind of men we are. Okay, that could be men and women, or however you define yourself. But so essentially, those are all the notes I wrote for the week. Um, so yeah, like I want to say, like for me, the notes did reflect this week. I think like I had, in a sense of like I've been realizing my goals and my habits, and like what they are, what I need to conquer. And I think for me, like um this week, I would just say like this week, like I went to like one of my friends concert, or one of his live shows. And it was such a good experience, in a sense of like, it made me kind of like, I need to be on that stage, And it made me think about all the material that I need to, that kind of made me reassess of me as an artist, of like what's holding me back again, like what's holding me back from being, having a plethora of songs out, or an EP out. And the next day I went to the festival that opened my eyes even more of that. I'm just like, what's holding me back? Like, what's making me not be the best version of myself? Oh, I know what it is. It's me. I'm doubting myself. I'm allowing these creativity issues to come in. So it's like, that kind of goes into week 10. So it's like that self-reflection of like, what have I been doing? Like what's really going on? But I think that's why like I'm posting these videos too, to help me at least kind of do something. Like do something and kind of, I mean, I don't even know to be honest with you, this week I even was doubting myself of like, am I even doing the right thing of even posting these videos. I don't even know what I'm really talking about. And I feel like I'm not progressing as much as I would hope I would be doing, but also I'm progressing pretty well too. Looking back from like when I first started this journey to now, like I progressed a lot because I was in a space of very much being fearful, overthinking, procrastinating, and now I've made a lot of different moves where I'm so much more ready to make music, but I want to be in a space of a lot more intentionality, but also I don't want to put, it's like also I'm reflecting on that not overthinking part and just actually doing it. But I just want to make something or music that resonates with me currently, not like songs that I'm like, oh, if I put this out right now, people will like this, da da da. I want to resonate with something that I feel right now currently and I feel passionate about showing, creating, and having people see this process of my journey and in full effect. And I think once I do that, I'll be more comfortable, like be more authentic on showing my journey. And I don't, because I don't want to make it seem like, oh yeah, I'm dropping this record about dancing, this, that, and that, and I'm promoting it, I'm showing face about it, this and that, whatever. And I'm not fully resonating with it because I feel like it's not going to connect with those that it needs to connect with. It'll probably connect with people that want to like listen to something real quick, but even that, like, I just want to do something that I resonate with and I know other people hopefully y'all will resonate with. So I feel like I'm in this transitional period of myself. I feel like who I used to be and who I want to be are at a crossroads, or like that part I feel like I'm at a crossroads, and it's like, okay, what are you gonna do? What's next? And I feel like that's just where I'm at. But I'm excited though. I'm excited about like what's been going on. My producer I've been working with from the Creative Mondays, he sent me this awesome beat, and it's a really fun record. But that's the thing, I'm not sure if that's the energy I'm in right. I'm not really in a fun energy right now. I'm like in a very reflective type of energy, and I kind of want to do something with Unstoppable, but I feel like there's like a lot of things I feel like I want to do. And I think that right now, like I want to do something that makes me really feel what I'm feeling now. And then from that point, I want to create a record or work more on the Unstoppable record. I think that would be really good for me. Um, so yeah, and also artist date. So artist date that I did this week, um, I officially took myself out to the museum. I finally did it. I did it. I did it. I did it. I said I was going to do it the last week of week 12, but now I did it this week. It was so good. It was so good. Actually, when I went to the week, to the whatchamacallit, this week, the museum this week, um, it was like, it was people performing, people were singing. And I'm just like, every day I'm seeing people just sing. And I'm just like, this is what I need to do. And it was just kind of like the universe, God, all of it was just saying like, this could be you, but but you play. But I don't know, man. Like it's funny. Like it was beautiful. And also going to the museum, like I saw like a lot of, there was like this part of the museum where it's like um there were models posing like in the middle of this area, and they were handing you clipboards like, hey, here's a clipboard, draw the model. I was trash. Like I used to actually sketch. Like I had this class, I forgot exactly what it's called. It was like a drawing class I had in college, and I actually loved it, but I did not have any skills of it at all. But then they always change like poses every 10 minutes. So yeah. I was out back, but nah, like I was good. I walked around a little bit. I saw like the different like paintings and all that. So it was pretty good. It was a pretty good time, pretty good artist date. I'm not gonna lie, morning pages this week I did slack a little bit again. Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's just I've been slacking on it, but I'm gonna do right. I'm gonna do better this week for week 11. But all right, y'all. Thank you for watching my video for week 10, and stay tuned for week 11. And like, comment, subscribe if you have not already. I appreciate y'all checking out my journey of I was about to say creative way, artist way. And yes, I'm almost done with this, and I would love to create something beautiful and something that, you know, who everybody that relates to me can relate watching this. That I said watching this. That musically you can listen to it. Everybody that's been watching this, you can relate what I'm gonna create musically. So I want to say thank you again. Y'all been awesome. So stay tuned. Week 11 coming up. All right, bye.